Let's wrap up with our third topic, and that is Chipotle doubling down on digital sales. Again, this continues to flow on our special report here on-demand delivery and just this whole idea of third party. Chipotle's Q1 or their 10Q filings in April really kind of showed a digital transformation. It's pretty much spelled out in their overall terms of their agreements with their executives. Basically, what they're saying to their executives is that all your bonuses and or things that would implement growth for the company are tied to Chipotle's digital sales. So this company has really put the hammer down in terms of promoting digital sales. Their app promotion has just absolutely exploded. And when you look at this chart, I want you to kind of follow along on their digital sales here from Q1 2018 through Q1 2019, a pretty massive growth. Now, there is one thing that I think applies to this chart, and that is the consumer sentiment. Because you have to remember that Chipotle, less than 2 years ago, was having a tremendous trouble keeping customers due to all the negative press and issues they had with some of their food safety problems. Look at where they're going now in terms of their Q1 2018 sentiment up through Q1 2019. Also a growth track, and I think that aligns with what's happening in the digital sales aspect. And of course, and I think this is one of those companies that has the ability, much like Modern Market, but just 50 times their size, has the ability of really putting the hammer down in terms of digital tactics for increasing sales online. And this is one of those things, as I said, that I think the industry really kind of needs a roadmap here. And that's where both Chipotle, Modern Market, and a few other chains have really started to kind of check things out in terms of what they're going to do in on-demand delivery. And even if you look at Shake Shack and where they are, their first quarter earnings just came through up again. And again, their strategy is delivery. They do have some scenarios they're faced with in terms of rising costs, which could cause delivery fees to go up. That's a domino effect potentially for Shake Shack, which could mean that Shake Shack could implement a new digital strategy to help offset some of those delivery fee issues that are facing a lot of these restaurant operators. There's a lot of restaurant operators now trying to negotiate new deals with these companies, these third-party groups. And I don't know if it's necessarily a great time for the restaurant industry themselves to be doing this with Uber Eats and Uber, of course, going public. I think that is a good thing in the essence of just opening up the idea to consumers that, on-demand delivery is there and it could be, propagated to many more people than what we're seeing just using on-demand delivery in the top 25 companies today. There is just huge upside here, and I think the restaurant industry is going to be one that ends up being able to achieve this amazing growth and really get the benefit of it, especially as we continue to go forward here. So let's talk a little bit about why, when we do these special reports like this, really kind of the idea is that we're following our data trends on Foodable Labs. We're looking at what is also happening within the industry itself. A lot of that is now moving over to publicly traded companies. When you look at Grubhub and their suite of companies, whether it's Seamless and all of their acquired companies that they've built in terms of their strategy. And at the same time, we've got some of these emerging brands starting to move into the space of thinking through how third-party and or their own in-house delivery is going to be moving. I just think we're at a very interesting point in time in the history of food service, and I think it's going to be one that's very interesting to watch. So we want to keep on tracking this for you, and of course, as we get more and more information around these components of business that really pertain to your business, we'll definitely come back and report on those. I'm going to wrap it up today with a couple of things. Make sure if you are not subscribed to our podcast, the Barron Report, you can, of course, catch that on iTunes. You can also get it on Spotify, Google Play, really wherever your podcast, whatever podcast listener you're going with. Another thing is that we have a huge new opportunity and program on foodabletv.com. When you are on the website, there's a new section called On Demand, and that is an opportunity for you to get to literally our entire library of content, video podcasts, special reports, things like this that we're doing that are a little bit more extensive. It's really a great program. And it really, if you think of it, it's kind of the Netflix for the food service pro. So just make sure and click on that. You can join free for 30 days. It's an easy sign up process and definitely something I think would be worth your while. Additionally, we just released our second season of Smart Kitchen and Bar on Amazon Prime. Make sure and check it out. You're going to love that. And we've got a new podcast called Food Leaders Pro. And that podcast is coming out soon with a couple more that are coming as well. So lots happening here on the network. Make sure to continue to stay tuned right here, whether it's a live segment or more on, and of course, make sure and follow us on whether on Twitter or hit us up on Facebook as well. We'll catch you next week, hopefully, right here on the Barron Report.